You know, we have a news regarding the industrial growth of the Indian economy. And from that information, we came to know that industrial growth was 14-month low and it slipped to 0.4%. And you know, there are a number of reasons. At a time, factors that are responsible for the industrial output actually contracted. This low growth of industrial activity was pulled by contraction in electricity and non-durable consumer goods, and as well as slow performance of the manufacturing sectors. Electricity contracted to 6.9%. It actually signals the lower activity, factory activity, weak production lines, and cooling consumptions. Consumer non-durable sectors contracted to 4.4%, and this indicates that there is a low demand from consumers, and also rural consumption is low. Report states that 6 manufacturing industries out of 23 manufacturing industries actually contracted, and among these industries there are chemical industries, garment industries, and also wood industries, and these broad-based weaknesses actually show that this slowdown is not temporary, it is systematic. Mining and quarrying also fell in October, which affects the supply of coal and the minerals and ores, which are essential for the production of power generation, cement, chemicals, and metals. So the slowdown spreaded the value chain. Not only the domestic factors are responsible for this slowdown of industrial activity in India that we have information recently. So there are global factors also. Global demand actually slowed down, and demand weakness in China and also in Europe. And also abroad, you can find the higher interest rate. Purchasing Managers Index falling to 56.6 in November from 59.2 in October highlighted that the operating conditions, that is the improvement of operating conditions. Operating conditions means the raw materials, imported goods, and logistics also related to these things, is actually slowest since February. A slowdown is temporary when it comes from a single factor, for example, such as festival months, seasonal rains, election, and one supply shock. But in October-November data, the multiple core parts of industrial system are slowing down at a time. And for that reason, the problem is not the temporary, it is much more deeper, or you can say the problem is systematic. So whatever I have given information in this lecture, you can conclude in such a way that on that basis of the hard data, that is the IIP, and the survey-based information, that is the uh, Purchasing Managers Index (PMI), both this indicator actually are cooling down, and when these two two indicators at a time actually fell down, then it is not a small issue. It is a much more broader issue, and it will sustain for a long time. And it's no doubt the systematic problem is there. And also, you know that at a time, number of sectors performance actually going down. And the much more important and a warning thing here is that the consumer demand, especially for non-durable goods, urban as well as in the rural area, fell to 4.4%, and it is a matter of concern, because even in the bad time, the demand for consumer goods is not actually have some falling tendency. But nowadays, that is October November time, you can find then there is a slowing down tendency in the demand of consumer goods. It is a much more shocking, and this decline is a big warning.